The clerk of court will please call the case before the impeachment court.
Case number 004-2026 in the matter of impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte.
Appearances of the parties.
Same appearance for the public prosecutors. We're ready, Your Honor.
Same appearance for the respondent, Your Honor. We are ready.
Chair would like to direct the clerk of court through the OSA to kindly escort the witness, Miss Eileen, to the witness stand to continue with her testimony.
Your Honor.
While she's being led to the witness stand, yes, what is the pleasure of the Honorable Chua?
Your Honor, I understand that this is a continuation of the direct testimony of our witness. May we request the counsel for the prosecutor, Attorney Kapunan, be recognized, Your Honor, please.
I believe the counsel for the panel of prosecutors, Attorney Lorna, terminated her direct yesterday. We are on cross today. Is that correct, Attorney Lorna? How is your platform, ma'am?
I pray that I do not fall from the apple cart. Your Honor, please, good morning, Mr. Presiding Officer, Honorable Impeachment Senate Judges, Senate Court Judges. We are disturbed, Your Honor. Although yesterday we terminated our direct examination, we are disturbed by a manifestation of counsel for the respondent when she said that the marking of the tabulations and summaries will no way be an admission, Your Honor, as to the authenticity of the acknowledgement receipts which form part of the tabulation and the summary, Your Honor. We therefore are constrained unless counsel now is willing to stipulate that the summaries which really, and the tabulation, which was really personally prepared by this competent witness of the COA ICFAO, which office received, and all acknowledgement receipts have an attestation that they are certified true copies of the person who has custody of the same, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Counsel, before you respond, Attorney Christine, Counsel, does your manifestation have anything to do with the fact that you wound up your direct? Does that mean you intend to proceed with your direct again today?
No, Your Honor, if...
So your direct is done?
Your
It's a
Honor,
manifestation in regard to the ARs.
Your Honor, it depends on the discretion of the presiding officer. If the presiding officer will allow this witness to appear before the clerk of court in front of both counsels, Your Honor, for the purpose of identifying and authenticating the documents presented, Your Honor, then we will terminate our direct examination.
I believe you already did yesterday, Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, but under the control, private prosecutor, Your Honor, is under the control and supervision of the panel of public prosecutors who had expressed to this representation their concern about a possible objection, a technical objection of the defense counsel on the issue of identification and authentication of these separate acknowledgement receipts. So, Your Honor.
In the interest of moving forward, don't worry, Attorney Eileen. No need to comment. The chair will make a ruling. Last night, the acknowledgement receipts that came from the counsel for respondents were submitted already to the clerk of court for comparison with the ARs of the prosecution. Both are certified true copies. Although some ARs are certified by a different certifying officer from COA, but both are certified true copies, and we will proceed with the comparison. It was clear from the witness yesterday, and it's clear to the court, that she based her tabulation on the ARs that she said were all certified by the same person. That's your copy, counsel. And we took note of that and acknowledged that. These are certified true copies from both sides which we will compare to avoid that situation from happening. And we will be ruling on the admissibility of these ARs once it is formally offered based on this comparison, without need for Silene really to tell us that they look alike or alike. But Counsel, as of yesterday, insofar as the randomly picked or well chosen ARs yesterday, Counsel for the respondent did not raise their copies. Apparently, or we will know now at cross. Apparently, there is no discrepancy or difference when you were presenting those ARs to the witness.
With that, Your Honor, unless counsel,
Duly noted, Counsel. The markings mentioned by Attorney Kapunan, Attorney Lorna, are duly noted.
we therefore reiterate that we have terminated our direct examination, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Counsel. Attorney Christine, you may proceed with your cross when you are ready. You may proceed, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Celine. Is that the way that you pronounce your name, Celine?
Silene.
Silene, okay. So, you have been with the COA since 2014, right?
August 26, 2014 po.
August 26. So that is around 12 years already.
Yes po, magti 12 years.
Okay. Okay. So, WAMIL prepared the AOM for the fourth quarter of 2022 for the Office of the Vice President. Tama po?
Opo.
How about the first to third quarters of 2023? Sino ho ba yung nag-prepare ng AOMs na yun? Dalawa ho yun.
Yung sa OBP po na first and second quarter 2023, nandun pa po siya nung ma-issue po yung
Okay.
AOM. Yung sa third quarter po, siya yung nag-draft. Pero nung na-finalize na po yun, wala na po siya sa COA ICFAO. So, yung custody po ng document na yun, nasa division chief. Kaya nung finalize po yun, division chief na po yung nag-finalize.
Okay. So,
Counsel, that water is already under the bridge. You may request assisting counsel to check the copy being presented to Ms. Eileen, and you may make this the subject matter of your redirect later on. Allow counsel to present.
Thank you,
the
Your
presiding
Honor.
officer will allow the counsel to present that document, but notes the continuing objection of Attorney
Thank you, Your
Kapunan with
Honor.
respect to this matter.
thank you, Your
Attorney
Honor.
Christine, you may proceed.
Okay, so I am presenting you the AOMs that were issued to the Office of the Vice President and the DepEd. So the first AOM is dated September 14, 2023. It's AOM number 2023-211. Okay, so punta naman ho tayo dun sa responses ng Vice President, no? Nag-submit ho sila nung letter dated April 19, 2024. Okay. At part ho nung letter no, nag-submit ho sila ng protective intelligence reports. Naalala niyo po yun?
Opo, attachment po yun dun sa response nila.
Okay. So,
Opo, tama.
okay. So, sinasabi ho dito sa first paragraph, this is to certify that the confidential activities such as surveillance and information gathering were performed in 127 areas during the first quarter of CY 2023 and 111 areas during the second quarter of 2023, which enabled the team to prevent untoward incidents from transpiring during the engagements of the Vice President and the implementation of the programs of the Office of the Vice President, including the establishment of 3 new satellite offices, Isabela, in Cagayan Valley, Bicol, and BARM, and the implementation of OVP Libreng Sakay. Do you see that, Celine?
Yes po.
Okay, salamat. Pero sinabi nyo sa findings nyo na it doesn't pass the proof of success of the intelligence activities, correct?
Yes po,
Okay.
under 4.8.5,
Okay,
hindi po siya
sige.
sufficient.
So, kasali ho diyan sa letter na yan are what we call as Protective Intelligence Operations Report for the engagements of Vice President Sara Z. Duterte. Nakita niyo ho ba yon?
Opo, tama po.
Okay. So, sa bawat quarter na yon, may summary of intelligence work. Nabasa niyo ho ba yon?
Yung summary po nung
Ang tanong ko, nabasa niyo ba bawat quarter yung summary of intelligence work?
yung kwan po, narrative po nung ano yung activity, date,
Okay.
location,
Okay.
yung timeline po.
Sige po.
Nakalagay po sa PIOR.
So, I'll take that answer, no? So,
Your Honor, please. Never mind, Your Honor.
I'm
She might
showing
not
you
take
this,
my answer, Your Honor.
I'm showing you this document, no? This is marked as our Exhibit D-1-115-OVP-C, Your Honor. With the caption, Protective Intelligence Operations Report for the engagements of Vice President Sara Z. Duterte, first quarter CY 2023. Excuse me lang, Your Honor. I will confirm with my counsel. Okay. Ayun na. So, may certification o dito na sinabit si Mr. Dante La Chica dated September 30, 2023. Nakalagay ho dito, babasahin ko ho, si Lynn, okay lang?
Opo.
Sige, sabay tayo. Ano? This is to certify, Silene pala, sorry po. This is to certify that confidential activities such as surveillance and information gathering were performed in 122 areas during the third quarter of CY 2023, which enabled the team to prevent untoward incidents from transpiring during the engagements of the Vice President and in the implementation of the programs of the Office of the Vice President, including the establishment of 3 new satellite offices, Isabela in Cagayan, Valley, Bicol, and Barm, and the implementation of the OVP Libreng Sakay Program. Tama ho ba yung binabasa ko?
Opo.
Okay, so ito ho yung naging support niya, proof of success of the information gathering na sinabit ni Office of the Vice President, tama ho?
Opo, response po nila sa AOM for the third
Salamat
quarter.
po.
Amen.
As well as the third quarter, which is itong binasa niyo ho.
Opo, kasama din po yan.
Okay. But, despite of all of this, no, sinabi mo, hindi, disallowed pa rin yan kasi walang evidence of success eh. No? Walang evidence of success eh, no? Wait lang.
Kindly turn on the mic for the prosecutor.
Your Honor, the counsel is being argumentative with the
No,
witness.
I'm
We
just
object.
I'm asking a question. Sabi ko,
What is the question again?
ang question ko, despite of all of those reports, no, dinisallow nyo pa rin yung payment of rewards. Kasi sabi ninyo, no proof of success. Di ba ho?
Argumentative, Your Honor.
Hindi,
That is the finding of this
Kaya nga ho,
witness.
sinasabi ko ho, attorney, kaya nga kinukonfirm ko ho.
Counsel, if you please. Witness may answer. Objection is overruled. Witness said that she indeed disallowed and or gave AOMs because there was no proof of success. I even remember her saying, wala naman daw nahuli. So please answer, Celine.
Yes po, kasama po yun sa notice of disallowance ko na na-issue noong March 31, 2026. Hindi po sufficient yung PIOR and the certification na evidence na nagpapakita ng success ng information gathering.
Okay, I get that. But are you aware that one of the purposes of intelligence work is crime prevention?
Your Honor, please, may we know where this is leading? Because we are not talking about intelligence funds. We're talking
Well,
about
confidential funds. So I convert
Confidential
my
funds.
question, Your Honor.
Counsel, kindly
Yes.
wait for Attorney Capunan to finish with her objection.
Are you referring to
Counsel,
I will
Intelligence
rephrase
funds
my
or
question. I will
confidential
rephrase my
funds?
question.
Counsels, please address the court, not
Your
each
Honor,
other.
please.
Your Honor, please.
Your Honor, please, May I object to this line of questioning? In fact, I have not stood up because all the questions referred to intelligence funds, Your Honor, when the topic today is confidential funds. And I would like to put that on record, Your Honor, especially this last question, where she
Your Honor.
specifically refers to conclusions as to use of intelligence funds.
The objection is noted, and counsel has already stated that she will rephrase, kindly rephrase, Attorney Christine.
All right. So, ang tanong ko kanina, no? Sabi nyo nga, no? Dinisallow nyo yung rewards kasi nga walang evidence of success ng information gathering. Tama ho?
Opo.
Okay. Kasi nga ho, gusto nyo ho ng proof na may nahuli. Sinabi nyo yan kahapon sa testimony nyo.
Yes po, kasi naipakita po doon yung probable threat. So, ang hinihanap na proof of success is kung may na-apprehend po.
Okay, apprehended. So, apprehensions, no? So, ang tanong ko sa'yo ngayon, alam niyo ho ba, no? Do you know that one of the purposes of a confidential activity or a surveillance is crime prevention? Alam niyo ba yon?
Ang sa confidential...
Hindi, alam niyo ho ba yon? Tanong ko lang ho, alam niyo ho ba na isa sa mga purposes ng surveillance or ng confidential work ay crime prevention? Alam niyo ho ba yon?
kasama po ang crime prevention pero depende rin po ito sa
just
mandate,
answer my question,
mandate ng
yes or
agency.
no.
Attorney Celine,
Do you agree? Yeah.
Kasama po ba yon o hindi?
Yung sa crime prevention po, kasama po yun sa
Wait,
pero
let her
depende
answer.
pa din po ito sa sa mandate po ng
Ang ganda lang,
agency.
kasama po ba siya sa surveillance at paggamit ng confidential fund, crime prevention? Yes or no?
Opo, kasama po.
Okay, salamat, Celine. Sige, nandun na tayo sa may sagawa yung mandate nila. So, tanong ko sa'yo, did the circular limit that to crime prevention? Kasi nga sabi mo, kailangan to apprehension. Kasi nga sabi mo, dapat may mahuli. Sinabi ho ba yan sa JC na dapat may mahuli?
Ang nakalagay po kasi sa JC under 4.8.5
Hindi,
is proof of
sorry,
success.
Your Honor, please.
Let the witness answer, Your
Your Honor, please,
Mr.
can the-
Presiding Officer, can the counsel be instructed not to stop the witness at mid-sentence, Your Honor?
Your Honor, please, can the witness be directed? You just answer with yes or no. The counsel has her time to ask clarificatory questions later
Your Honor,
during
not all
redirect, Your
questions.
Honor.
Not all questions can be answered by yes
I am
or
on
no.
cross, Your Honor, please.
Counsels.
Never mind if you're on cross. There are limits to cross-examination. Misleading questions are not allowed.
They
on
are
cross.
allowed.
Counsels,
I don't think I need to lecture
please,
you that.
counsels, let's not allow the generational or seeming generational divide increase the tension in the courtroom. Let's keep it a notch lower.
Your Honor, please, I am preventing myself from giving her a spanking, Your Honor. That is what I would
Your
have
Honor,
done
please.
Again,
in
again,
the
counsels.
generational divide, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
counsels, you are all members of the bar and
Yes,
you're
Your Honor.
all counsels
I submit,
for the
I
parties.
submit.
And we will be treating and looking at each one equally. At Miss
I will-
Eileen.
Yes, Your Honor,
it's also-
I promise to henceforth behave.
Your
Thank
Honor,
you.
can I please respond quickly lang, no? I have high respect for Attorney Kapunan. In fact, she's one of
You
my
can end there,
idols.
counsel.
Let's end here. Let's end here.
You can end there.
This
with
might
the high
sound like a,
respect.
it might sound like a eulogy, Your Honor. I'm still very much alive.
Your Honor, kahapon niya, hindi ko nga siya kinukulit, di ba? Kahit may mga questions na doon na leading, hindi naman allowed yun sa direct examination eh. I respected her.
You can end there, counsel, if
Yeah,
you respect
thank you.
her. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Miss Eileen, ayon sa tanong ng counsel, simple lang po naman, nakalagay ba sa Joint Memorandum Circular 2015-01 na kailangan may mahuli para maging successful ang isang pagbigay ng reward or information?
Wala pong nakalagay. Ang nakalagay lang po, proof of success of information gathering and or surveillance
So,
activities.
interpretasyon niyo po yun na dapat may mahuli para maging successful.
I base po yon sa aking professional judgment and based on the evaluation po ng documents in na ito is based po sa joint circular.
Pero hindi po yun nakalagay sa joint circular na maliwanag.
Hindi po. Nakalagay lang po proof of
Interpretasyon
success.
nyo na po yun.
Doon po sa pag-evaluate ko, yun po yung naging basis
Okay.
ko.
Okay.
Please proceed, Attorney Christine.
Salamat.
And payment of reward. So, yung payment of information, yun kasi yung nakakatulong dun sa...
Simple lang naman yung tanong ko, Celine, no? What if walang nangyari na masama dahil nga sa ginawang confidential work? At nag-certify ngayon sila, Chika, na walang nangyari na masama. There was no untoward incident. Ano yan?
Your
Is
Honor, we
isn't
object.
that a proof of success or not?
What is the objection of counsel?
The question is speculative, Your Honor. This is not based on what ifs. This is based on facts and documents submitted, not on the what ifs of counsel for respondent.
It's
Your
not a
Honor.
what if counsel because it was stated in the report that there was no untoward incident. Actually, that would have been one of the questions of the presiding officer as well later on. Attorney rather, Silene, ibahin natin ang payment for reward at payment for information. Ang payment for reward, yun ang hinahanapan mo ng success.
Opo, tama po.
Yung payment of information, hindi mo hinahanapan ng success yun.
Hindi po.
Tama po ba?
Opo, tama po.
So yung reward, kaya yung reward ang dinisallow at yung information, hindi mo dinisallow yung bayad na yun, di ba?
Hindi po na-disallow yung purchase of information.
So ang dinisallow mo lang ay yung payment of reward, for rewards rather.
Opo, tama
At yun
po.
ang hinahanapan mo ng success, hindi yung information.
Hindi po.
Magkaiba yun.
Opo, magkaiba po yun.
Okay. You may proceed, counsel.
Okay. So, doon sa payment of success, no? Bilang requirement nyo na may dapat nahuli, no? So, ibig sabihin ho ba nun, dapat may mangyaring masama para may mahuli?
Kasi po, gaya nga po nung kaninang
Hindi,
dinidifferentiate ko.
sagutin nyo lang ho yung tanong ko. Simple lang naman yun, di ba? Kailangan may mahuli. So, ano ho ba yun? Dapat may mangyari hong masama para may mahuli?
Yun mo, di ba po ang nakalagay doon sa probable threats is may NPA. Ang hinahanap ko po kasing proof of success doon, yun nga po, kung may nahuli ba. Kasi yung pagkakaroon ng untoward incidents, pwede po yun kasing mag-fall sa purchase of information. Dahil sa purchase of information, nagkaroon ng, there were no untoward incidents. Yun po kasi yung parang pagkakaiba nila sa payment of rewards.
Okay, so yun yung interpretasyon mo, no?
It's not disallowed.
Again,
It's not
counsels.
disallowed in the AOMs, Your Honor.
Again, counsels, kindly address
Your
the
Honor.
court or the presiding officer and not talk to each other directly. Miss Eileen, to abbreviate and save on the court's time. Miss Eileen, kapag kami nagbigay ng impormasyon, naghahanap ng threat, baka may threat sa Vice President, may nagbigay ng impormasyon, walang threat. Ligtas ang Vice President pag nagpunta siya dyan. Hindi magka-classify yon na pwedeng bigyan ng reward at success. Hindi naman kailangan, di ba? Sanay tayo sa reward na nakatakip yung mukha, di ba? Tinuro kung saan nagtatago yung akusado, tinuro kung saan nagtatago kung sino man. Di yun, reward. Pero wala bang reward kapag ka sinabing, okay, magpunta dyan. Walang problema. Wala kayong kailangan alalahanin. Is that information or can that also be reward?
Magpo-fall po siya sa information.
So, kailan lang magiging reward yun kapag may naturo?
Opo, kasi yun yung proof of success.
Tuloy niyo po.
Yun yung proof of success ng information na ibigay kasi may na-apprehend po or yun po, ganun po.
Yun, ulitin ko po yan ang interpretasyon nyo, pero wala po yan sa Joint Memorandum Circular.
Opo, based po sa, yun po lang yung hinihingi under item 4.8.5.b.
Ngayon, saan nyo ba binase ang interpretasyon nyo yan? Yan ba yung ginawa ng lahat ng mga nauna sa inyo sa pwestong yan? Kinopya nyo lang? Or sarili nyo po yan at ngayon lang ginawa yan?
Doon po sa mga ibang na-audit ko, ang ina-attach po talaga nila is yung payment of rewards na may mga nahuli po.
So lahat ng inaudit nyo nung nakaraan, for consistency's sake, merong nahuli o na-apprehend.
May ganun pong mga naka-attach na mga dokumento.
At tulad dun sa iba, kapag walang nahuli o na-apprehend sa reward, ine-AOM o dinidisallow o sinususpend nyo.
Hinahanapan po namin ng proof of success. Opo.
Na may nahuli nga.
Opo.
to prove consistency on your part. But do you have any knowledge na yung mga predecessor mo, yan din yung standard na ginamit?
Pare-pareho po kami na based sa joint circular po ang aming basis ng audit.
Pero wala nga dun eh. So interpretasyon mo, yan at yan yung interpretasyon din ng mga nauna sa'yo sa pagkakaalam mo?
Sa akin po, yun po yung naging
Sa'yo lang?
interpretation. Opo.
Okay. You may proceed, Attorney
Salamat
Christine.
po, Your Honor.
Po, tama po.
Pero in the case of the first and to third quarters, wala ho kayong in-issue na notice of suspension. Tama ho?
Wala pong notice of suspension.
Therefore, the Vice President, Office of the Vice President, was not able to comment on any supposed finding of the COA. Walang opportunity ho na magbigay ng comment yung Office of the Vice President bago pa ho ma-issue yung notice of disallowance.
Dumiretso po ito sa notice of disallowance.
Mamaya ho, tatanungin ho kita. Doon muna tayo sa notice of suspension. So, walang naibigay na oportunidad para mag-comment ang Office of the Vice President to any notice of suspension na hindi naman na-serve.
Wala pong notice of suspension na na-issue.
Thank you. Salamat po. Now, sinabi mo rin kahapon na you dispense with the notice of suspension because there was a supposed violation of 6.1.1 of the JC.
Yes
Tama
po,
ho?
tama po.
Okay. Nasa JC ho ba, no, joint circular na pag may violation ng 6.1.1, didiretso ho kayo sa notice of disallowance?
Under po kasi sa 3.19, nakalagay po doon na yung disallowance is written notification to the head of agency and or accountant informing and requiring the persons liable to restitute the amount kasi nga po nakalagay dito as a result of illegal, irregular, and improper disbursement or expenditure of such funds.
So, naiintindihan po kita, Celine, no? Ang tanong ko ho, nasa joint circular ba ho, na pag may violation ng 6.1.1, ay didiretso ho kayo sa notice of disallowance. Nasa JC ho yan?
Kasi nga po, yung
Sagutin nyo lang ho yung tanong ko, nandun ho ba o wala?
pwede pong pakiulit yung tanong.
Sige. Nasa joint circular ho ba na pag may violation ng 6.1.1, dediretso na kayo sa notice of disallowance. Hindi nyo na kailangan mag-issue ng notice of suspension.
Opo, kasi irregular na po yung...
Hindi po. Ito po, yung tinatanong ko po ay mismong yung provision na yun, sinasabi ho ba niya, you can directly issue notice of disallowance without...
Your Honor, this is asked and answered.
Asked and answered. That is your answer, Counsel. It's not in the memorandum circular, Silene, right?
Meron po, ang notice of disallowance po kasi ini-issue siya pag irregular na po yung paggamit nung pondo po. So,
Tama po kayo, pero walang nakalagay na pwede kang dumiretso doon kapag kung ano man.
opo, basta nakalagay lang po na ini-issue ang ND pag irregular.
Pag kung sa pananaw mo, irregular na.
Opo.
You may proceed, Counsel.
Okay. Sige, salamat to. And as someone who is familiar with the COA rules, ito po ay masasagot nyo bilang auditor at bilang familiar po kayo sa COA rules. Sa tingin nyo ba ang joint circular is a penal law?
Your Honor, please, Mr. Presiding Officer, we object to the question.
If she knows, overruled. If she knows, if she doesn't, she may
Penal
say
law,
so.
alam niyo ba yung penal law?
Hindi po.
Sige.
Hindi po.
I-define natin yung penal law ay yung batas na it is a law that defines a crime or a felony. Ganun po yung penal law. So sa tingin nyo ho, ito po bang joint circular, ito po ba ay isang batas na nag-define ng krimen?
Misleading,
At
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm on cross-examination, please.
Witness is not competent.
Even if you're on cross, misleading is not allowed.
Not for that ground, Counsel. Witness would not be competent to answer that. She's not a lawyer nor a member of the bar, an accountant, and is part of ICFAO. Proceed to your next point, Counsel.
Thank you,
please.
Your Honor.
Okay, thank you po, Your Honor. Sige, I will ask her na lang based on her personal knowledge. Now, based ho sa circular, meron ho bang provision doon na kulong? Pagkakakulong, meron ho ba?
Wala pong nakalagay sa circular.
Okay, may provision ho ba doon na fines, multa?
Document, Your Honor, document will speak
No.
for itself.
Let the
Objection.
witness answer. Overruled.
Pwede, Your Honor, pwede pong mag-refer dito
Sige,
sa...
sure. Oo, okay lang po.
Meron po dito sa item 8, yung administrative provisions, penal sanctions. Yun lang po yung masasabi ko na.
Okay, sige. Okay, okay, I'll take that, sir. Pero, so, in disallowing the OVP's documents evidencing success of its surveillance activities, of course, you merely relied on your personal opinion or probably your professional opinion, no? Kung ano sa tingin nyo ang compliant with item 4.8.5 of the JC, tama po?
Binase ko po ang evaluation ko based on the joint circular and
Yes, and ikaw yung nag-audit. So, basically, yun po ang inyong professional judgment. Ano ho?
And ito pong pag-audit kasi na to, dumadaan din po to sa review. So, nare-review din po ito ng aking division chief hanggang makarating po sa head of ICFAO.
Yes, yes. In short, lahat kayo ng auditors based din sa sa judgment ninyo, sa opinion ninyo na itong document na ito ay hindi naayon sa circular.
Ask and answer,
4.8.5.
Your Honor.
Not yet, Your Honor, because he said there were reviews that were undertaken. So, lahat kayo, kakasali yung mga superiors mo, no? Ito yung opinion ninyo, no? Na ito ay hindi naayon sa circular 4.8.5.
Your Honor,
specifically.
please. I object again. Counsel uses the word opinion, whereas this witness says professional judgment, Your Honor. They're two different things. Opinion is not professional judgment.
No, Your Honor.
Besides, counsels, please. Besides, witness already answered that is not only her personal judgment and or opinion, but also that of her superiors who reviewed
Yes, Your Honor.
her findings, resulting in the notice of disallowance. You did not sign the notice of disallowance, correct, Celine?
Hindi po, pero meron po sa office namin yung second original copy, may countersign po kami. Pero ang ini-issue namin sa agency is yung may signed lang po ng aming...
So pataas, presumably, pag pinirmahan yan ultimately at iniso, nag-agree sila sa findings mo at yun din ang pananaw nila.
Opo.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed, ma'am, with the continuation of your cross-examination.
Your Honor, can I have a few manifestations, Your Honor? Please.
A few minutes of?
Few manifestations lang po, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am, you may do so.
Actually, Your Honor, we would like to ask this court to not allow side comments like, I was about to spank her, yung mga, I was about to lecture her, kasi yung mga ganun ho, Your Honor. Wala ho yung lugar dito sa courtroom. Because we are all lawyers here, we are all professionals. Igalang naman ho natin yung kapwa natin na lawyer. Kung halimbawa, at kagaya nito, mas matanda ho sa akin si Attorney Kapunan. Maybe she has more years of experience. She has 48 years. I have 15. We should learn to respect each other and refrain from making side comments, Your Honor. And that was captured by the media po. So, that is our request, Your Honor, to just, remind the counsel not to make those kinds of remarks. Thank you.
Attorney Kapunan already, although you are correct, it was already heard since we're on TV. Attorney Kapunan withdrew that statement earlier, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Your Honor. And in fact, I hope it was also part of the records that I promised to behave.
Thank you po.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you to both parties. So can you continue, Attorney Christine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Kindly do so, ma'am. You may proceed when you're ready. Ms. Eileen, kindly answer the cross-examination questions of Attorney Christine.
Yes po, Your Honor.
So, okay. Hello, Celine.
Good afternoon po.
Okay, I hope you're fine.
Apo.
Okay ka pa naman, no? So, let's go to the liquidation of confidential funds. That is under section 6.2.3 of the JC.
Pwede pong...
Yes, I will ask my counsel to give you a copy of the JC. Please.
Assisting counsel may approach. Assisting counsel for the prosecutors may likewise approach to view the document.
Kindly peruse the JC under 6.2.3. Okay, so as correctly said by Mr. Wamil, okay, the JC does not mandate that you conduct the identities of the payees reflected in the AR. Do you confirm that?
Pwede pong pakiulit.
Okay, gaya ng sinabi ni Attorney Wamil, no, you do not conduct a verification of the identities of the payees reflected in the AR.
Opo, hindi po.
Okay. Kasi po, kung gagawin nyo yan, no, you will be compelled to go out there and no, search for the 3,647 payees reflected in the ARs, correct?
Can I clarify po kung naging statement din po yun ni
Okay.
Mr.
Kasi kung i-require ho kayo ng, tapos na, nasagot mo na yung statement kanina. Kaya ang next question, kasi ho, kung i-require ho kayo ng JC na isa-isa hong titingnan or i-verify yung identities ng mga payees, recipients po ng AR, no? Lalabas ho kayo doon, you will search for the 3,647 payees reflected in the AR.
Your Honor, please.
Diba?
Yes, counsel.
Objection, this is speculative.
If the witness knows, Silene, bakit hindi nyo inaalam kung sino yung mga totoong pagkakakilanlan ng mga tao nakalagay sa AR?
Wala sa
Because po, what we do is compliance audit po. We base our audit sa documents lang po.
Okay, okay. I will
Okay.
follow on that, Your Honor. Precisely, you did not verify the identities of the 3,600 payees that were reflected in the ARs that you audited.
Ask and answered, Your Honor.
Hindi pa po, Your Honor. Hindi pa po.
Actually, counsel asked and answered. She said earlier that
Based on documents, Your Honor.
they presume the regularity. I think that was the answer to that question. They presume the regularity of the documents submitted to them.
Okay, I will accept that, Your Honor. I was actually just adding the number of payees, Your Honor. Yes.
Please proceed, counsel.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. So, punta ho tayo ulit sa JC. May format ho ba yung JC kung ano ho dapat yung acknowledgement receipts?
Ang nakalagay lang po sa joint circular is documents evidencing payments.
No. Ito po yung tanong ko, no? May format po ba yung joint circular kung ano dapat yung itsura po ng acknowledgement receipts?
Wala pong format yung acknowledgement receipts sa joint circular.
Okay. Ang tanong ko ho, wala hong findings si ICFAO on the names, on the use of fictitious names or aliases. Nasa notices of disallowance po ba yun?
Wala pong nakalagay sa
Wala.
notice of disallowance.
Okay. So, I am showing you the first ND. That's the August 2024 notice of disallowance. Just a run through, Your Honor. Okay. May hawak na po kayo ngayon.
Opo.
Okay. Nakikita niyo ba ho yung name dyan na Mary Grace Piatos?
Wala po.
How about Renan Piatos?
Wala din po.
Andy C. Lim?
Wala po.
Patty Ting?
Wala po.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's go to the second notice of disallowance. Kindly flash that. That's dated March 31, 2026. Okay. During your direct examination, the good counsel flashed on the screen sample ARs showing the following names. Does she have a copy of the second ND? Now, I will ask you if the following names are in the second notice of disallowance. That's dated March 31, 2026. Pia Piatos Lim. Meron ba dyan?
Wala po.
Ralph Josh Bacon.
Wala din po.
Ann Ongpauco.
Wala po.
Diane Maple Lapid.
Wala din po.
Miggy Mayo.
Wala po.
Kokoy Villamin.
Wala po.
Denise Tanya Escudero.
Wala po sa notice of disallowance.
Christine Applegate Estrada.
Wala din po.
Okay. Okay, so wala ho kayong findings doon. Gaya ng sinabi niyo kanina. Okay. So, may tanong ho ako sa inyo, no? Kung yung pangalan ho ba, okay. If the name appears to be funny, does that automatically mean that the name is fictitious? Kasi nga, may mga flash po na ARs dito.
Your Honor, please, the question is misleading. The point of flashing these acknowledgement receipts were not the names. The names were incidental, that the names were funny or fruit salady or names of congressmen or senators, Your Honor, is immaterial. They were flashed because of the manner by which the funds were used.
Your
For
Honor.
medicines, Your
Counsel,
Honor.
counsel,
Counsel explaining
Attorney
again.
Gabonan, you have to admit you had fun. You had fun with the names
We had
too
so
when
much
you were
fun,
using
Your
it.
Honor, but the-
Exactly. So
That's why-
let her cross the witness based on those and
Please, Attorney
utilize it
Gabonan.
as well.
Yeah. Oh, so, ayun po. No, kung nakakatawa ho ba yung pangalan, automatic, fictitious na yon.
Your Honor, again,
Yes,
fictitious.
counsel.
Just for the record, fictitious is her own conclusion. We have made no such conclusion as regards to the name, except perhaps that they are funny.
Your Honor,
Well, counsel, actually, that's not entirely accurate because in the complaint, you did allude to the fact that some of the names are fictitious based on the PSA documents that you attached as an annex to the complaint. Although you're not yet there, you haven't gotten there yet. Please continue, Attorney Gusin.
yes.
Attorney Gabonan, give her share of fun with the names. I mean,
May I be allowed, Your Honor, to sit down while she's having fun?
yes,
here?
yes, Attorney Gabonan, you may do so. Attorney Christine, please proceed.
Okay, I will continue my question, Your Honor. No, if a name appears to be funny, does it mean it's fictitious?
Hindi ko po siya masasagot kasi
Hindi mo siya masasagot, meaning,
hindi ko na wala po namang yung base yung sa name po kasi hindi ko masasagot kung
totoo o hindi.
opo
Okay.
tama.
So, in short, hindi mo masasabi na porket nakakatawa yung pangalan, peke na yon. Yun ba yung sinasabi ninyo?
Parang hindi po ako makakasagot dun sa tanong na ganun.
Okay, basta walang findings na ganun, no?
To clarify, let me help you a bit, Attorney Gusin. Wala kayong binanggit tungkol sa mga pangalang nakakatuwa o nakakatawa sa dalawang notice of disallowance, Eileen. Wala, di ba?
Wala po.
Wala rin sa anumang AOM binanggit yon, di ba?
Wala din po.
Kahit yung mga lugar kung saan binayaran, wala kayong binanggit sa AOM o sa notice of disallowance, ma'am.
Opo, wala po.
Okay, thank you.
Submitted failed to comply
Your-
with the guidelines and conditions set forth under the joint circular po.
Your Honor, please, if I
Yes.
may interject at this
What
moment.
is
Your
the
Honor.
interjection of Attorney Kapunan?
Your Honor, please, counsel is reading from transcripts. She is reading from transcripts which are, we have judicial notice of these transcripts, Your Honor. But she is reading statements of other people and asking this witness about statements of Hamora, about statements of other people, Your Honor, just by her being present there, Your Honor. Now, if that is their intention, then they should present that witness here. Because that witness can testify on her personal knowledge. You are asking this witness who was just there, she can state that a meeting actually occurred that she was there. But if you are going to ask her to confirm, for what purpose, Your Honor? These transcripts will show the presence of Hamora. It will show her presence.
I'd like to thank Attorney Kapunan. You did not make an objection, but I would have sustained it. Attorney Christine, counsel for respondent, this was one of the warnings of the presiding officer at that time directed at the prosecution, actually, when they asked for the court to take judicial notice of it, not to use the transcripts to read into the record certain things that is not being testified to by a witness that has personal knowledge over it. If you recall our interjections in relation to the Las Cañas affidavit, this is similar to that. So unless you are referring to the witness herself who testified there, kindly present the witness that you are reading the statements of, because this is only as to tenor, as to the fact that Camora said this. you can confront the witness through another way without reading certain statements made, because the opposing counsel might just do this to you at some point, which I will also not allow. To be fair.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor, but
Thank
the
you,
wit-
Your Honor.
But the witness already confirmed that she was at the hearing. I'm just asking if she remembers that this statement
It's a
being made.
It's a way and technique, counsel.
Well, anyway, Your Honor, we
Attorney
will,
Gapunan might just do that
Yes, we will
with the
just
transcripts
ask.
at some
No, Your
point, which
Honor,
I
I will-
also will not allow. So
we will just ask the question at the right time, Your Honor.
kindly do so at the right
At the
time and with the right
time,
witness,
Your
counsel.
Honor, please, at the right time and to the right witness.
Yes,
This is not the right witness, Your
Just
Honor.
just as the presiding officer stated. Move on, Attorney Christine.
Okay. Okay, punta ho tayo sa time frame ng expenditures. Okay. Nakalagay ho ba sa JC na may minimum number of days na dapat i-utilize po yung confidential funds?
Meron pong nakalagay sa joint circular. Hanapin ko lang po dito. Dun po sa item 6.1.5 that cash advances shall be limited to the requirements for 3 months. Tapos, yun po, the disbursement voucher. Dun po nasa
Okay.
6.1.5.
Sige, salamat po. No, you're referring to the cash that is being provided by the agency, which should be limited only for 3 months, tama?
Opo, tama.
Pero ho, nakalagay ho ba sa JC na sa loob ng 3 months na yan, dapat i-utilize nyo, let's say within, dapat i-utilize nyo ng hindi iiksi ng 10 araw. Dapat merong at least 30 days na utilization. May ganun ho ba?
Wala pong nakaspecify
Okay,
sa
walang
joint
nakaspecify
circular.
doon. Now, nung nung direct examination ho ni Attorney Wamil nung August 4, no? I don't know kung you were here, no? He was asked about internal controls of the OVP and DepEd. At sinabi po niya, no, based, which I quote, no, I will not ask the witness if she heard it, Your Honor. That's my caveat.
Your Honor, please, again, before counsel proceeds with this line of questioning, there is only one witness here, Your Honor. There are not two. Attorney Wamil is not here. They had the opportunity to ask these questions from Attorney Wamil. Now, to ask these questions from this witness about what Attorney Wamil said, Your Honor, I think I was going to say, but I'll say it anyway, it's an absolute waste of time of this honorable court, Your Honor. To ask these questions, to ask this witness to confirm, did you hear what Attorney
No, I will
Wamil
not
say?
ask that
Did
yet.
you see what he said on TV? Your Honor, please, you can ask this question directly from this witness, unless you want to call Attorney Wamil again to the witness stand and ask questions you did not ask before. Your Honor.
Your Honor, please.
Counsel, the presiding officer will allow it because it's part of cross to try to test the credibility of the witness in relation to statements made by a co-worker, or at least a co-worker still, who turned over documents to her pertaining to the OVP and the DepEd. Kindly proceed with your question because I'm sure the witness will ask you to repeat your question again anyway, Attorney.
Yes,
Christine.
thank you, Your Honor. Actually, at the good counsel, Attorney Kapunan, is preempting my question. Wala pa nga ho akong question.
Kindly
At
ask
sinabi
your
ko
question.
hindi dahil narinig niya yun o hindi. Hindi yun yung question ko, no? So, in that, on August 4, no, tinanong si Attorney Wamil about his opinion on the internal controls of the DepEd and the Vice President. Okay, ito yung sinabi ni Attorney Kapunan. Nakita ba natin sa mga dokumento na sinubmit ng Vice President at ng Secretary of DepEd, nakita ba natin yung mga internal controls? Sabi ni Attorney Wamil, opo. Since based on the documents po, may deficiencies pa na noted, no? So it can be inferred, sabi ho niya, na hindi strong yung kanilang internal control. Now, does the COA-ICFAO evaluate the internal control of an agency?
Yung sa internal control po ng agency, nasa responsibility po kasi ng head of agency to institute internal control po.
Okay, so in short, anong sagot ninyo doon? Yes or no po? Kasakop ba ng audit ng COA ICFAO yung evaluation ng internal control ng OVP?
Ang magiging kwan lang po namin doon, participation is sa pag-evaluate ng documents. Makikita po kasi yung
No, just
Internal-
answer, sorry,
hindi po siya nakalagay doon na mahina yung internal control. Pero dahil nga po hindi naging compliant with the joint circular, nare-reflect po doon na may kakulangan sa internal control.
so in short, hindi yung nakalagay doon, yung internal control. Yun lang ang tanong ko, Sailin, no?
Pwede pong pakiulit. Sorry po.
Yung VP, I said, and as correctly pointed out, the presiding judge, the VP does have a complement, and they're called Vice VP SPG.
Opo.
You're aware of that, Madam Witness, and as you said, public knowledge that she has something like 400. No? My question to you is, and you already confirmed that the VP herself has funds outside these confidential funds.
Your Honor, please.
There's
Yes,
no question
Counsel.
yet.
Misleading, Your Honor. She did not say that she confirmed that there were funds of the VP outside of the confidential
Anyway,
funds.
Council, the Senate passes the budget of all the offices of government, and we are well aware that the office of the Vice President has other funds. We need not belabor the point on objections from either side. We are aware of the existence of other funds of the office of the Vice President as well as the DepEd. In fact, the DepEd has the highest budgetary allocation in any GA.
Yet, knowing that hindi naman covered ito ng kinash advance nila na confidential funds, sinubmit pala nila. Ano yan? Palagay ko. Ano yan? Palusot ba yan? They're trying to get reimbursement or trying to use activities not covered by the
Your Honor, please.
specific period to justify the liquidation of confidential funds.
Counsel
Apart
for
from what you
respondent.
said, what is the...
Conclusion of fact, Your Honor, palusot ba yan?
That is my... That is
Councils.
my...
Councils, please. We're like
Oh, why would you...
on both sides. I think most of the questions being asked have already been answered by the witness repeatedly. Kindly move to your next point, Attorney Kapunan. If you have other points for redirect, so that we can wind up also with the recross and proceed to the interjections, so that we can finish with this witness. We're going around repeatedly already on the same conclusions of the witness based on her findings. Kindly move on, counsel, please.
Your Honor, please, as I said earlier, at the start of this impeachment, one of the rules of cross-examination and direct examination or redirect is to know when to stop. This is where I stop, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, counsel. Counsel for the respondent, recross.
Kay Recross, Sailin, kanina tinanong ka, no, about the VP-SPG, no, receiving rewards from the OVP, no? Kung ito nga ba ay nangyayari at kung bawal ito under the JC. And sinabi mo na bawal ho yan, di ba? Sabi mo kanina. Okay, may finding ba kayo sa notices of disallowances nyo, both first and second notices, na yung VP-SPG ay nagre-receive ng payments for reward and purchase of information from the confidential funds of the Office of the Vice President? May findings mo na ganun?
Under the joint circular nga po, tama na yung payment of
Then,
rewards. Hindi.
please, Your Honor, please, can the
Kindly
witness...
answer the question,
Yes.
Celine. The question
Okay.
is simple.
Wala po.
Wala. How about sa DepEd? May findings ba kayo na yung VP-SPG tumatanggap ng rewards and payment for purchase of information from the confidential funds of the DepEd?
Wala din po.
Okay. So, kanina, tinanong ka about sa mandate ng OVP at DepEd, no? At tinanong din ng ating good counsel kung eto bang si OVP under its mandate? Allowed ba itong mag-receive ng confidential funds? To which you said, mukhang hindi ho. Noong 2022, no, the fourth quarter of 2022, alam ho ba ninyo na inapprove ng Office of the President ang confidential funds ng OVP?
Based po sa mga documents na nasubmit sa amin, opo, meron pong
Okay.
approval.
Noong 2023 ho, nasa General Appropriations Act po yung confidential funds ng OVP. Tama po?
Based po sa mga submissions sa amin, opo, nasa GAA po.
Okay. In short, ito po ay inapprove ng ating Congress, yung GAA. Tama po?
Opo, tama po.
Okay. Does the JC prohibit the Office of the Vice President from receiving confidential funds?
Nakalagay po sa JC yung mga agencies na may...
Just answer my question. Direct, simple lang naman ho, may prohibition ho ba sa JC on the Office of the Vice President receiving confidential funds?
Wala po.
Wala. How about the Department of Education? May pinagbabawal ba yung JC na maka-receive ito ng confidential funds yung DepEd?
Based sa JC po, wala po.
Okay. Okay. So, tinanong ho kayo kanina about the OVP, no? Or the SDO, no? In that regard. Disbursing monies in one day in several places. No? Sinabi ho, isang araw, madaming mga pinaggastusan, no? Isang date lang yun, iba-ibang lugar. May findings ho ba nito sa first ND ninyo?
Wala po kasi we presume regularity po doon sa transaction po.
Okay, thank you. How about sa second ND po ninyo? May findings ho ba nito?
Dahil nga po nag-base kami sa certification under oath ng SDO, wala po.
Okay, so,
Okay.
okay, Your Honor, I'm done, Your Honor.
Thank you, Counsel. We now move. Hopefully, we can finish with Silene today. Silene, with your patience and indulgence. Senator Padilla, is he here? Not here. Senator Ontiveros, then, for her interjections. With the kind indulgence of Senator Ontiveros, Senator Padilla just arrived. Senator Padilla, you may proceed, sir. You have 2 minutes. You may proceed when you're ready.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong tagapamahalang hukom. Sa ating pong saksi, kayo po ay taga Baguio?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Saan po kayo sa Baguio?
Irisan po.
Irisan, opo. Ako po ay taga Baguio din. Saan po kayo nag-graduate? Sa...
St. Louis University po.
Ay, alumnus po ako niyan. Sa Boys High po ako. Dahil po dyan, hindi ko na lang po kayo pahihirapan. Tayo na lang po maging magkababayan na lang sa Baguio. Gusto ko lamang pong magbigay ng impormasyon na lang sa inyo. Opo, kasi naririnig ko yung pag-uusap nyo ng prosecution at ng defense tungkol doon sa success ng confidential fund. Ako po ay may mga ibibigay na information sa inyo. Pwede po kayong magsabi na lang ng oo o hindi kung naintindihan po ninyo. Alam ko naman maintindihan mo, taga Baguio kayo. Opo, noong pong pinag-uusapan natin yung patungkol sa mga terorista, na pag-uusapan po lagi ang ating Vice Presidente. Ang ating pong Vice Presidente magmula 2016 hanggang 2022, siya po ay naging mayor. Alam niyo po ba yon?
Opo, mayor
Opo.
ng Davao.
Yan, opo. Sa Davao po, meron po dyan na-identify na 55 na mga tinatawag na alternative at yung mga lumad schools na infiltrated ng terrorism. Nabalitaan niyo po ba yon?
Hindi po ako hindi ko po gaanong napakinggan po yun. Hindi po ako aware yun.
Opo. At alam niyo po ba rin na noong 2016 hanggang 2022 hanggang 2023, 12% po ng mga NPA rebels, surrenderies, were minors, 12 to 17 years old.
Hindi po ako aware dun po.
Maubos na po yung aking second round na lang po ako. Salamat, kabayan.
Thank you, Senator Padilla. Senator Ontiveros is recognized for her interjections. You have 2 minutes, ma'am. You may proceed when you're ready.
Salamat po, Mr. Presiding Officer. Ms. Witness, Ms. Sailin, kahit pa po walang confidential at intelligence funds ang OVP, may budget naman po ang VPSG para sa security ng lahat ng Vice Presidente, di po ba?
Under po ata sila sa pagkakaalam ko, under po sila ng AFP.
Under ng AFP. Ngayon, 3 taon na pong walang intelligence and confidential funds ang OVP. Kung alam nyo, may VPSG pa naman pong naka-assign sa kanila para bantayan yung kanyang seguridad, di ba?
Sa pagkakaalam ko po, yun nabanggit po kanina ni presiding officer, napunta siya sa PSC, Presidential Security Command po.
Okay. Ngayon, yung mga activities na nandoon sa mga Protective Intelligence Operations reports na pinakita kanina, may binigay bang mga ebidensya ang OVP para patunayan na ginastusan nga po nila ang bawat isa nun?
Wala po kasi in-attach lang po nila yon as proof of success of information gathering and surveillance activities.
Mr. Presiding Officer.
Senator Judge Villanueva, you have 2 minutes. You may proceed when you're ready. Unless Senator Judge Lapid is ready. Senator Judge Villanueva will make
Again,
use
I
of the
will
time.
give way to Senator Lapid. Mr. President, thank you. Ms. Del Campo, sabi niyo po yung COA conducted compliance audit at sa evaluation niyo ng OVP's confidential expenses, which matters po, no? Did COA treat as questions of compliance with the joint circular? And which matters, did COA recognize as falling within the operational judgment of the implementing agency?
Pwede pong paki-clarify po yung question.
Which matters po doon sa pag-conduct ng COA, treating it as questions of compliance with the joint circular, and which matters doon po sa paggawa ng COA, recognizing it as falling within the operational judgment ng Office of the Vice President.
Yung pag-evaluate po namin ng mga liquidation documents, binibase po namin yon sa joint circular. Yung sa Office of the Vice President po, yung pag-liquidate po dapat nila, it is based po dapat sa should be compliant with the joint circular.
Dapat pareho lang.
Opo.
So when COA disagreed na yung OVP's characterization that an activity was confidential, necessary, and successfully accomplished, what specific standards po yung ina-apply nyo?
The joint circular po ang basis ng aming audit.
Wala na pong ibang separate COA guidelines.
Ginagamit din po namin yung rules and regulation on settlement of accounts.
Salamat.
Senator Judge Pangilinan, you may proceed with your interjection when you're ready. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Magandang hapon. Sa usapin nung December 21 to December 31, 2022 na ginastos yung 125 million. Pag hindi naubos yung 125 million doon by December 31, anong mangyayari sa pondo?
Babalik po yun sa National Treasury.
So ibig sabihin, hindi may babalik as savings ng OVP, babalik sa National Treasury.
Opo.
Now, I'm trying to understand bakit, di ba, ang ikli ng panahon, which you mentioned, maikli yung 11 days, but wala kayong finding, no? Ngayon, kung halimbawa nagsumiti sila ng mga dokumento para mapatunayan na tama lahat ng ginastos nung 21 to 31, di walang issue, hindi ba? kung nasubmit nila yung mga hinihiling ninyong additional documents.
Yes po.
Okay. Pero dahil hindi nila sinumite, hindi nyo alam kung tama nga ba yung gastos nung December 21 to December 31. Tama?
Opo, dahil hindi po nila na-explain mabuti.
Okay. Of course, hindi nyo malalaman kung illegal o irregular, pero hindi nyo rin malalaman kung legal o regular.
Doon po siya magfa-fall sa irregular kasi nga po hindi siya compliant with the joint
Okay,
circular.
hindi nyo malalaman kung napunta sa personal use o hindi. Tama? That's why you're asking for more documents.
Opo, tama po.
Thank you, Senator Judge Pangilinan. Senator Judge Aquino may proceed with this interjection when he's ready. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Presiding Officer. Magandang araw po.
Good afternoon po.
Okay, so sa inyo pong determinasyon sa inyong opisina, meron pong mga disallowances, no? Tungkol po sa kategorya ng mga gastos, kung sino po yung nag-disburse. Pero hindi po naging rason ng disallowance yung mga kakaibang pangalan. Tama po ba?
Opo, tama po.
Okay. Pero nakita po ninyo na may mga pangalan na kakaiba. May Piatos, may Bacon, Heart, Queso at kung ano-ano. Hindi nyo po naisip na baka red flag po ito?
Dahil nga po ang audit namin is compliance lang po, hindi na po namin verify yung identity nung nakatanggap po.
Pero nung, hindi nyo verify, pero nung nakikita ninyo, or nung nakikita mo, hindi mo ba naisip na posibleng red flag itong mga pangalan to?
We presume po kasi regularity kasi po merong certification under oath yung SDO. This was used for the confidential operations of the agency and these are necessary and for legal purpose po yung naging paggastos ng confidential fund.
Okay, so nag-consult na kasi yung iba naming abogado kay former Commissioner Heidi Mendoza. At sabi niya, kapag may mga kakaibang pangalan, the COA can trigger an investigation because of fraud. So hindi niyo po ginawa yun, no? Walang usapin ng investigation because of fraud.
Yung sa fraud audit po kasi pinag-aaral yung possibility po pinag-aaralan pa kasi kung magfo-fraud audit po this is the first time and yung documents po yung transactions involving the OBP and DepEd po contains voluminous documents na with sensitive information na pag naibigay po sa ibang opisina baka po magiging exposed siya.
Okay, so ulitin ko So hindi kayo nag-trigger ng investigation of fraud or nag-trigger kayo?
Wala pa po, pinag-aaralan pa po with the chairperson.
Pinag-aaralan. So it's possible na magkaroon pa ng investigation due to fraud?
Opo, gaya po ng sinasabi ko, pinag-aaralan pa lang po at kung kinakailangan po, pwede pong mag-fraud audit.
Thank you, Senator Judge Aquino. Senator Judge Erwin Tulfo, you may proceed with your interjections. You have 2 minutes, sir.
Magandang hapon po, ginang witness.
Good afternoon.
Para po sa kalaman ng mga kababayan ho natin, pag sinabi ng COA disallowance, ano pong ibig sabihin po nito?
Sa disallowance po, ibig sabihin hindi to ipinayagan sa audit po. So sa ICFAO po, pag nag-issue na kami ng disallowance, may demand na po to naibalik yung pondo ng bayan.
Okay, naibalik ang pondo. Sumagot naman po sila, ang OVP, nung nag-issue kayo ng disallowance. Sumagot ba yung mga kakulangan na dokumento na ibigay ba nila?
Ang naging remedy po nila is mag-appeal po sa commission proper.
Ano po nangyari doon sa commission proper?
Yung sa 2022 transaction po, nagkaroon po ng decision ng commission proper at inaffirm po nila yung notice of disallowance.
Okay, so na sinabi nyo kailangan ibalik po yung pondo. Tama po ba? Kung yung disallowance.
Opo.
Naibalik po ba?
Hindi po kasi ang remedy pa po nila pwede pa po silang may remedy pa po sila na mag-appeal. So yun po. Tapos ang nangyari doon sa 2022, may decision, meron po silang final na motion for reconsideration na pending resolution po.
Sa COA po ba o sa SC?
Sa commission proper pa din po.
Commission proper. So yun po, nakalabas na po ba ng desisyon ng commission proper?
May pending MR pa po sila.
May pending. Magkano po yung total na inaantay natin na ibalik ng OVP at DepEd?
Yung sa OBP po, 73,287,000 yung fourth quarter. Yun po pa lang sa 2023, na-issue po kasi namin yung ND is March 31, 2026. Within the prescribed period pa po sila ng 180 days to appeal po sa commission proper.
Senator George Ejercito, you may proceed with interjections. You have 2 minutes, sir. You may proceed when you're ready.
Yes, magandang hapon.
Good afternoon po.
Siguro first question lang, no? Is it allowed for disbursement to be validly spent and still be disallowed by COA, no? Yung disbursement to be validly spent and still be disallowed by COA for want of documentation. Yung kumbaga, posible ba na nagastos naman ng tama ang pondo pero disallowed pa rin ito ng COA dahil kulang ang mga dokumentong nagpapatibay ng pagkakagastos?
Opo.
Sa posible pala yan. Halimbawa na wala ang resibo, no? Ganon, kaya hindi maipasa ng COA, ibig sabihin automatic na disallowed na ito pag nawala.
Pwede pong pakiulit.
Halimbawa na wala, ganun ba yung ibig sa pag nawala yung resibo, automatic na madidisallow ng ginastos dahil wala na itong maipapakita, wala nang katibayan.
Kung sa pagbabasihan po yung sa joint circular, yung sa disallowance po kasi, yung hindi siya naging compliant with the joint circular. Kaya,
Sige lang po.
tapos, dun po sa sinasabi ninyo na nawala yung resibo, dun po kasi hindi natin ma-check, ma-ascertain kung talagang ginamit ba ito kung sa purpose na yun po without yung receipt na yun.
Thank you, Senator Judge Ejercito. Senator Judge Raffy Tulfo, you may proceed when you're ready, sir. You have 2 minutes. Thereafter, our Senate President. Thereafter, Senator Lacson.
Madam Witness, pag-usapan natin yung safe houses ng OVP. Based dun sa records ng House of Representatives noong 2022, yung OVP ay gumastos ng 16 million pesos sa confidential funds para sa bayad o rental ng mga safe houses, correct?
Opo, tama po.
At ilang safe houses ito?
Pwede po ba ma-check ko yung records ko?
Go ahead po. Tulungan na lang kita para mas mapabilis. 34.
Opo. 34 na safe houses. 16 million.
16 million. Ilang araw?
11 days po.
11 days. Okay. Kasi, Madam Witness, base sa 2022 real estate data, ang real estate property, alam mo, sa Forbes Park, 450,000 a month. I-divide mo yan sa everyday, just 15,000 pesos a day. Corinthian, 200,000 a month. Divide that in one per day, 6,666.
Senator Judge Tulfo, the Senate President is recognized for his interjections. You may proceed, sir. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Gandang hapon na Miss Eileen. Tama po ba? Narinig ko kahapon na kaya na disallow yung OVP for 2023 amounting to 375 million is dahil ibinigay ni Acosta kay La Chica yung pera.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Okay. At so lahat yun dinisallow in 375.
Opo.
Tinitignan ko rin tong transcripts ng House kung saan sinabi ni Acosta na yung fourth quarter of 2022, ibinigay rin yung 125 million kay La Chica. At on the same transcript, November 25 to 2024, sinabi naman ni Fajarda na ibinigay yung 37.5 million kay Colonel Nolasco. So in both instances, yung fourth quarter of 2022, saka yung buong DepEd confidential funds, ibinigay ng Special Dispersing Officer sa iba. Kung ganyan rin ang sitwasyon, di dapat ma-disallow rin yung fourth quarter ng 2022 at buong DepEd confidential funds. Tama po ba?
Yun po kasing sa disallowance nung sa DepEd, di ba nga, yung sa DepEd po kasi is di ba po meron na kaming na issue na credit notice. And dahil nga po sa additional information after namin ma-release yun, August 2024 po kasi yun, November 2024 nagkaroon ng CGPA. So, pinag-aaralan pa po kasi this is the first time po kung sakali man na magre-reopen kami ng settled accounts. And ito po kasing reopening is with the authority of the COA chairperson. Kaya po pinag-aaralan po kung ito ay i-reopen dahil nga po it is the first time and this involves voluminous documents na kailangang isa-isahin
Pero
po.
pag titignan natin yung circumstances, pareho eh.
Opo,
Binigay
tama
yung
po.
pera kay La Chica, binigay yung pera kay Nolasco. Kung ganun susundan natin na rational, pwedeng ma-disallow rin yung fourth quarter OVP at buong DepEd confidential funds. Tama?
Yes po, tama po.
So, pwedeng ma-disallow buong 612.5 million na confidential funds sa OVP at sa DepEd. Tama?
Yes po, tama po.
At yan ay dapat ibalik
Opo,
ng
dahil,
mga accountable officers.
opo, tama po.
Senator Judge Lacson, you may proceed when you have 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Silene.
Good afternoon po.
I assume familiar ka doon sa Article 4, 15, paragraph Article 4, Section 15 ng inyong joint circular. Ayan, pinlas ko lang sa screen para ma-remind ka.
4.15.
Pay attention sa paragraph 15.2, paragraph 2 at saka paragraph 3. Pakibasa mo na lang para hindi ma-charge sa akin.
That expenses were incurred in connection with the agency's intelligence or confidential operations and activities with supporting documents attached to the liquidation for CF and for the IF, the documentary evidence of payment kept in a sealed envelope in the vault in the office of the SDO.
Sige, sa 3, paragraph 3.
That the details and supporting documents of transactions that are classified are in the custody of the agency and kept in its vault, which may be inspected by ICFAO if the circumstances so demand.
Ang tanong ko, ginawa nyo ba ito?
Yung sa inspection po kasi ng vault, sa IF na po yun. Sa use ng...
ICFAO ito Siya sabi, if the circumstances so demand. Hindi ba dinidemand ng circumstances na inspection yun yung vault?
Yung sa
Dahil maraming aliases.
yung vault po yung sa vault po kasi yung nagpe-pertain po yun sa intelligence fund. Yung
No.
may vault po sa office.
CF saka IF ito. Hindi lang intelligence. Parehong treatment, Miss Eileen. 415. Ang tanong ko lang, hindi ba dinidemand o dinemand ng circumstances na inspeksyon ninyo yung vault? Kasi kung maraming aliases na nagdududa kayo, di ba natural lamang logically isipin nyo, ma-inspeksyon nga yung vault kung meron talagang mga totoong tao sa likod ng mga alias o aliases.
Ang pag-inspect po kasi is through the authority po of the chairperson.
I know, hindi kayo kumuha ng authority.
Wala pa po.
Yeah, my point is parang kulang yung ginawa niyong trabaho. Para hindi kompleto.
Kasi po may iba po kasing office na...
No, ICFAO sinasabi rito, may be inspected by ICFAO if the circumstances so demand.
Opo.
Anyway, let's leave it at that.
The chair would just like to make some interjections. We will not have a round 2 anymore because we have to convene session at 4:15. So that we can dispense with the witness already. Just a few questions, Silene. Wala pang NFD lahat ng pondong pinag-uusapan natin. Fourth quarter of 2022, the first 3 quarters of 2023 for DepEd and OVP.
Opo, wala pa pong NFD.
So wala pang final decision lahat ng ito.
Opo, tama
Pag
po.
sinabi nyo nag-demand kayo ng restitution, ang ibig sabihin lang naman ito, kinarga nyo na as an unliquidated cash advance yung mga yung mga dinis-allow ninyo.
Opo, tama po.
Yun lang naman po ang ibig sabihin nun, di ba? Hindi naman ibig sabihin, isoli mo, bigay mo yung pera sa akin. Ibig sabihin nun, ilalagay namin yan as unliquidated cash advance during the pendency of the notice of disallowance.
Yes po, kasi may mga remedies pa po sila.
Kasi hindi pa nga final at wala pang NFD.
Opo.
Tama po? Pangalawa, ano po ba pagkakaiba ng disbursement sa transfer? Illegal mag-transfer ng pera ang SDO sa isang non-SDO, pero pwede po ba siya mag-disburse sa isang non-SDO o unbonded na tao?
Hindi din po pwede, hindi rin po niyang ibigay yon sa unbonded na tao.
Recipient na po yun eh.
Yung sa disbursement po niya, opo, hindi banded, pero kung dapat po diretso from the SDO to the recipient of the confidential fund po.
So, ang disbursement pwede sa non-bonded na tao, ang transfer ng pondo sa non-bonded hindi pwede. These are technical terms.
Opo.
Di ba? So, kung ang pinagbigyan ay recipient, pwede yon kahit non-bonded.
Opo, kasi siya na yung talagang recipient ng confidential fund.
And as a final question, Sailin, I checked the transcript, which the court took judicial notice of. I would like to ask more eyes to look at it. Hindi ko nakita sa transcript na sinabi ni Gina Acosta na binigay niya kay Lachica lahat for the fourth quarter of 2022 and the first 3 quarters of 2023. Medyo may ganung punto pa si Eduarda. Pero kay Gina Acosta, maliwanag na binigay niya yung 125 ayon sa kanya kay Lachica sa last quarter, pero hindi ganun kaliwanag na yun din ang ginawa niya for the first 3 quarters of 2023. Ano po ba particular yung pinagbasihan yung dokumento nung binanggit niyong dinisalaw namin agad dahil sabi ni Acosta, binigay niya lahat kay Lachica. Hindi ko po makita, baka pwede niyong maituro sa TSN.
Yun po kasi ang pinanghawakan namin doon, yung general statement niya na yung ginagawa nila is ibinibigay niya kay Colonel Lachica yung confidential fund po.
Pero ang tinutukoy po niya ay yung 2025. Yung general statement po ni Eduarda, yun ang tumutukoy sa confidential fund ng DepEd para sa 3 quarters ng 2023. Pero hindi po pareho yung statement nila ni Gina Acosta na ganun kaliwanag na yun din yung ginawa niya sa first 3 quarters of 2023. Ano po ba yung particular na pinagbasihan niyo? When you say general statement yung pinagbasihan niyo, yung narinig niyo po ba o yung TSN mismo?
Yun nga po, yung naging admission niya na binibigay niya kay Colonel Lachica po.
Kindly listen, Sailin, yung narinig mo nung nandun ka o yung TSN mismo?
Yung narinig ko po nung nandun po ako na sinabi niya na binibigay niya kay
Hindi
Colonel
mo
Lachica.
pinagbasihan yung aktual na TSN na marahil mas maliwanag tungkol sa bagay nito.
Opo.
So based lang dun sa narinig mo nung nandun ka.
Opo.
Thank you, Ms. Eileen. Senator Padilla, yes. Senator Padilla, yes. Gusto maghati na lang kayo? Senator Padilla for a brief interjection and Senator Marcos for a brief interjection to avail of round 1. Then we call it a day. Senator Lapid, kindly proceed, Senator Padilla, while Senator Lapid is thinking about it. No, please proceed.
Kailian, tuloy ko lang. Gusto ko lang sundan kanina, sinabi ko merong 55 alternative na eskwelahan na nagbi-breed ng mga child warriors ang naisara sa Davao Region. Ituloy ko lang, noong August 6, 2024, nagkaroon ng committee hearing ang public order at sinasabi na 102 schools nationwide were identified as recruitment. 11 elementary schools, 34 high schools, 123 college and universities. Doon din sa hearing na yon sinabi na meron 168 track student recruits remain active sa NPA. Ngayon, tanong ko, Kailian, hindi ba responsibilidad din ito ng Vice President at ng DepEd Secretary ang mga estudyante?
Yung sa anong tawag dito sa college po, yung DepEd po kasi is hanggang
sa high school.
Opo.
Opo, yung binanggit ko po kasi kanina, 55 na alternative child recruits. 11 elementary schools. 34 high schools. Ibig pong sabihin, tuloy-tuloy po yun. Magmula elementary, paakyat hanggang college. Yan po ang style ng recruitment. So sa tingin niyo po ba, sagot pa din ito ng DepEd Secretary at ng Vice President na lumaban na dito sa terorista noong mayor pa lang siya?
No, may.
Oo, hindi. Ma'am, bilis, 42. Kawawa
Just
naman.
yes or no?
Depende pa din po kasi yun sa mandate ng
Oo lang po
agency.
o hindi. Sa palagay niyo po ba? O sige, skip na po natin kung ayaw niyong sagutin. Alam niyo po ba na sinabi ng NICA, ng National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, na ang budget ng NPA 2016 to 2018 ay 5.8 billion?
Yung sa,
Oo po o hindi? Ma'am, please.
ano, pwede pong pakiulit?
Ang budget daw po ng NPA is 5.8 billion. Alam niyo po ba yon? Sinabi po ng NICA.
Hindi ko po narinig yun sa
Opo.
news.
Sa palagay niyo po ba, sapat yung budget na magkano po ba ang sinasabi niyo? 500 million ba ang naibigay?
Pero yung
Kasama na po yung sa Vice President at sa DepEd.
600
Kumpara niyo po sa 5.8 billion. Sapat po ba yon?
Pero kasi yung sa nabanggit po ng NICA is mako-cover na din po nila bilang isa sila sa mga agencies with.
So alam niyo po yung sinabi ng NICA. Alam niyo po.
Hindi ko po narinig
Yung tungkol
yun
lang po sa estudyante. Kasi alam niyo naman po, sa ngayon, ang nasa front na inilalagay ay mga estudyante. Nabalitaan niyo po ba yung mga namatay nung huli na mga estudyante?
Yung violence po sa school.
Opo, ito na lang po. 8 seconds na lang po ako. January 1, 2024, sinabi po ng AFP na there is no more guerrilla active front. So, ibig sabihin po, successful.
Based po sa AFP.
Salamat po.
Senator Judge Marcos for the last intervention.
Maraming salamat, Presiding Judge. Simple lang, i-confirm ko lang sa ating testigo. So I'd just like to confirm kung tama sabihin na as of now, there's no official finding na may fraud sa DepEd man o sa OVP. Tama po ba? No fraud finding as of now.
Kasi nga po, compliance audit lang po ginagawa namin sa
Tama.
IFAO.
Compliance audit lamang, walang fraud audit. Ikalawa, narinig kita kanina na kapag compliance audit, base sa dokumento lang. Limited kayo sa dokumentong isinabmit ng ahensya. Kung ganun, yung House of Representatives, hindi naman bahagi ng OVP or DepEd. Wala namang sinabmit sa COA, di ba? May sinabmit pa sila. Yung Congress, Committee on Good Governance, may sinabit na dokumento.
Yun po kasi based on other information na po after nilang mag-liquidate na naging na available information after the liquidation na
Pero
kinonsider po namin sa audit.
Hindi, ibig ko sabihin, yung congressional transcript ni Acosta at Fajarda, hindi yon bahagi ng dokumentong sinumite ng mga ahensya.
Opo, pero ginamit
Walay
po
siya,
namin
di
yun.
ba?
Pero ginamit din po namin yung information na yon during our audit po.
Bakit humingi ka rin ba ng affidavit? Kasi hindi naman binigay ng agency. Kasasabi mo lang kapag compliance audit, dokumentong galing sa ahensya.
Pero yun po is relevant information po na ginamit namin for audit po, na sinama namin sa pag-audit.
Yes, following po, the presiding judge, bakit po ganon? Kanina sinabi mo, dapat dokumento na sinabmit ng ahensya. Biglang ngayon, pati transcript, pati iba pang mga katibayan na sinasabi, ginagamit na rin. Hindi na compliance audit yun, hindi ba?
Pero yun po kasi is related pa din dun sa liquidation which is discovered after the submission of the liquidation documents.
Kaya nga nalilito kami kasi bakit dinisallow lahat ng quarter samantalang pinag-uusapan ni Acosta, iisa lang, di ba? Yung last quarter lamang. Doon nga sa transcript, doon lumilitaw yon. So ngayon, tinatanggap na rin pati mga transcript at iba pa. Hindi na dokumento yon as covered by compliance audit by your own definition, hindi ba?
Pero relevant yung information po in the conduct of the audit po, in the
Kung may
proper...
relevant sa dyaryo, tatanggapin rin ninyo na ebidensya rin yon. Compliance audit pa rin yon. Kahit nasa dyaryo, nasa social media. Kung sa palagay mo may kinalaman dun sa kaso, tatanggapin ninyo.
Kasi nga po dun sa circular, pwede kaming mag-dependent sa other documents deemed necessary sa audit po.
So, pwede, miski anong dokumento. Parang lumalabo yata yung joint circular. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. Again, that would be the last round for this witness. Ms. Eileen, salamat po sa inyong kooperasyon. Salamat sa inyong pasensya. Salamat sa pagsagot sa lahat ng tanong mula sa magkabilang panig. Gayon din mula sa mga senator judges. You are excused, ma'am, and thank you very much for your time and cooperation.
Thank you po, Your Honor.
Ingat po kayo. As I understand it, we issued subpoenas for Fajarda, Acosta, and Pareja for only up to today. Will we be issuing subpoenas for the 3 witnesses again for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, lead prosecutor?
We confirm, Your Honor. We just want to put on record that
Can you place on record the order?
Yes. We are moving for the reissuance of subpoena ad testificandum for the following trial dates, August 17, 18, and 19, to the same witnesses as follows. One is Ms. Marivic Pareja, the House of Representatives Legislative Information Bureau Director. Second is Ms. Gina F. Acosta, the former Special Disbursing Officer of the OVP, or Office of the Vice President. The third is Edward Fajarda, the former Special Disbursing Officer of the Department of Education. We understand, Your Honor, that the Honorable Impeachment Court already noted the respective addresses. However, please note that the subpoena for Edward D. Fajarda must be addressed to the Office of the Vice President as well.
Yes,
Likewise, Your
because
Honor,
he's already transferred to that office.
in line with our intention as well to maximize our time in presenting the prosecution's witnesses, we are likewise requesting for the issuance of subpoena ad testificandum to Lemuel G. Ortonio, Assistant Chief of Staff of the Office of the Vice President, with the same address at OVP Office, Your Honor, in Mandaluyong City.
So this is the fourth one.
Sorry, Your Honor.
This is the fourth one.
This is the fourth one, Your Honor. And we would like to put on record as well that the written manifestation with request for subpoenas ad testificandum has been furnished to the defense and has been filed with the Office of the Clerk of Court of the Honorable Impeachment Court.
And the chair would like to remind the lead counsel to kindly furnish the counsel for the respondent any requested stipulation for documents you may want to prior to the scheduled trial of on Monday. So hopefully within the day or tomorrow, so that they can already comment on it in open court on Monday.
We submit, Your Honor.
Any other matter you want to take up, counsel for respondent?
Your Honor, good afternoon. I confirm receipt of the manifestation with the request for subpoenas ad testificandum for the 4 intended witnesses of the prosecution for next week. I would just like to inquire the order in which the prosecution intends to present these 4 witnesses, specifically who would be their witness on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, just for our guidance.
I believe it is in the order stated: Pareja, followed by Acosta, followed by Fajarda, and then
Ortonio, Your
Ortonio.
Honor. We confirm, Your Honor.
In that order. So the subpoena for Ortonio will be issued only on 18 and 19 for sure, because surely we cannot take him up on the 17th.
Thank you for the clarity, Your Honor. Second item is that we also would like to confirm that as of today, in response to the directive of the presiding officer, we have not yet received any request for any potential stipulations or any factual stipulations the prosecution intends to ask from the defense. However, the more important manifestation that I would like to make today, Your Honor, is in relation to a social media post that I happened to see. And this was posted at 11:29 a.m. by one of the private prosecutors, Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan, posting that a principal or lawyers and law students know by heart misleading questions are not allowed even in cross-examination. Now, this was posted and picked up by Inquirer.net at 11:29 a.m. today. And I surmise that this has something to do with the exchange between the private prosecutor, Attorney Kapunan, and the defense counsel, Attorney Ferrer, on the matter of the cross-examination question that Attorney Ferrer asked the prosecution's witness. And I have here a transcript because I find it troubling that a private prosecutor would do this in the middle of a courtroom hearing. Because as far as I'm concerned, impeachment court is also a court of decorum. And the rules on impeachment under Rule 18 actually prohibits participants, especially lawyers, from commenting about the merits of the case. Now, one may argue that this isn't about the merits of the case, that he probably was just commenting about what ought or ought not to do in a cross-examination, but we're not naive. What the private prosecutor is talking about, he's here, he can explain it. He can explain himself if the presiding officer so desires, but I really just find it in bad taste to do this at this time. And I think it is inappropriate to do that to a fellow member of the bar, because even as we sit on the opposing side of this hall, we remain to be both members of the bar, and as officers of the court, we owe each other respect, politeness, or even kindness. And it doesn't take one to be a lawyer to know that the first thing that our parents teach us to do is humility.
Your Honor?
No, I'm not yet done, Your Honor. In fact, I have asked one of our lawyers to review the actual transcript from the video that transpired between the prosecutor and Attorney Ferrer, and it would seem that in the heat of the exchange, or in the passionate exchange of the arguments between the prosecutor and Attorney Ferrer was not even actually referring to misleading questions as allowed, as implied in the social media post of Attorney Ligutan. In fact, it's here. The court can confirm this from a replay of the video. Attorney Ferrer, sinabi ho ba yan sa JC na dapat may mahuli? The witness answers, ang nakalagay po kasi sa JC under 4.8.2 ay proof of success. Attorney Ferrer, hindi. Sorry, Your Honor, please. Attorney Kapunan, let the witness answer, Your Honor. Mr. Presiding Officer, can the counsel be instructed not to stop the witness mid-sentence, Your Honor? Attorney Ferrer, Your Honor, please, can the witness be directed to just answer with yes or no? The counsel has her time to ask clarificatory questions later during redirect, Your Honor. And Attorney Kapunan, not all questions can be answered by yes or no. This is the meat of the contention of the argument between Attorney Kapunan and Attorney Ferrer. Attorney Ferrer responded, I am on cross, Your Honor, please. And the presiding officer said, counsels. Attorney Kapunan responded, never mind if you are on cross, Your Honor. There are limits to cross-examination. Misleading questions are not allowed on cross. This was the first time that the matter on misleading questions was actually raised by Attorney Kapunan. And Attorney Ferrer, for some reason, said they are allowed, but she was pertaining to the fact that the questions to which a yes or no answer may be answerable are allowed She's not referring to misleading. I mean, in effect, Attorney Ferrer was only saying that leading questions are allowed on cross-examination, not misleading questions. And yet we have a private prosecutor immediately taking to social media and posting this, implying something against the defense counsel. We will not have this.
Your Honor, in the interest of fair play, may I request that the counsel for the panel of prosecutors, Attorney Virgil Ligutan, be recognized, Your Honor.
Unfortunately, counsel, no, the presiding officer will not allow that at this time. The presiding officer takes in advisement the manifestation of the counsel, the lead counsel for the respondent, because quite frankly, Honorable Luistro, I asked the clerk of court to monitor the public statements of the counsels of the parties this past week. And one side has been crossing the line many times. And in fact, the presiding officer is already in the process of drafting a ruling and a warning and an order pertaining to this. Because clearly, I can even name all of you who have been commenting on social media in violation of Rule 18 of the impeachment rules. But I will do that on Monday, perhaps, after taking advisement, the manifestation of the counsel for respondent. It's not really so much being cordial or nice or kind, but it's a basic violation of Rule 18. I already talked to the parties 2 weeks ago, reminding you that you might want to consider appointing spokespersons who are not part of the panel of prosecutors nor a private prosecutor, but you insist on maintaining that. So after 2 weeks, the court is constrained to make a decision and ruling on that. But we will do that on Monday with the permission of both counsels. Then we will hear you, counsel, and we will hear Attorney Ligutan prior to the court's ruling on the matter. But be advised that again, we have it all on tape. We have been monitoring everything. We may not enumerate it one by one, but we will make the corresponding ruling on Monday. Thank you for bringing that up, counsel. It gives me a reason to actually issue the ruling, which we have prepared and have been preparing the past few days. On Monday, Attorney Ligutan, we will hear you before we make the ruling. Thank you. There being no other matter to be taken up by the trial, by the court, we hereby adjourn until Monday, August 17, still at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.